When I reviewed this years ago, I was all in, I was all over it, and I highly recommended that you went and got it. That's not going to change, because in a game like Destiny, you have weapons that you can call your own, ones that feel like home. You know the ins and outs, the intricacies of how they handle, how they shoot, what you need to do with your reticle. Beloved is made after an old Destiny 1 weapon, my favorite Destiny 1 sniper, the LDR 5001. There were a couple of other weapons that had that weapon model in D1, but to me it's the LDR. And if you watched me all those years ago with Destiny 1 content creation, you know that LDR was my jam. I talked about it all the time, I use it every day. So when Beloved came into the game, I was back home. Then it's coming back again, and it's as beautiful as the day that I lost it. I love this sniper, and personal feelings aside, it does do everything right. It now has some new tricks up its sleeves that we're going to get into, and I want to show you the various ways to craft it, why you should be crafting it that way. The why is the most important part, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to craft mine. Beloved 2.0 now comes at a time where it's somewhat righting a wrong, meaning that it was sunset, now Bungie's bringing it back. Same with Drang, Ostringer, Might of Many, and I agree it sucks. However, I'm actually okay with this particular situation with these 4 weapons. And that might sound crazy, but I'm all for it because these 4 are now craftable. Being craftable makes all the difference in the world, and if they were to bring them back like they did, this is how it should be. And these 4 are so good that when I get new players back in the day and in-game currently right now, and they say, hey, I'm looking to get better with hand cannons. Ostringer, I'm trying to get better at sniping. Beloved, are there any good sidearms? Drang. Not only are these just top great weapons still, but they're excellent training wheels. Guys, like, a ton of snipers have been introduced since Beloved first came out a little over 3 years ago, and it still has the most aim assist out of any adaptive 90 RPM sniper, and it's crazy to think about. It's now tied with Eye of Soul and adored with 68 aim assist. But it was like that back then, and it still holds up now. The other stats are strong too. It also has the rare nowadays 40 zoom level. It's a perfect sniper. The roll that you've been seeing and are going to be seeing is a random roll that I got. Now this roll is near perfect as to how I would have crafted it, and it's a perk that I was really intrigued by. We have small bore, ricochet rounds, handling masterwork, snapshot, incandescent. And you might be wondering about Incandescent. Defeating a target spreads Scorch to those nearby. More powerful combatants and opposing guardians cause Scorch in larger areas. When I craft my Beloved, I'm going one of 3 ways, and I'll talk about those. But this perk, it's currently at the top, because the 2 things to know about Incandescent. Number 1, I started the video with asking the why. Why would you want this perk? My value, the sole reason for it, is the Scorch spread, because the Scorch spread is used exactly how Thorn is. I can snipe in a group of enemies, and when they get tagged with that Scorch, I can see which direction that they're going. And Scorch alone can't down a target, but it will chip them down a little bit. It will weaken them. It's extremely beneficial, and it counts as a headshot or body shot final blow. It spreads Scorch. So when you craft, think about this. It's all you're going to be seeing in the gameplay. I place a lot of value in it now that I've used it. The second thing about Incandescent is an ignition can happen. I have about 400 kills on this roll, and I've had an ignition happen about 5 times. For the rules of Solar 3.0, ignition's going to happen when enough Scorch stacks on a target are applied, so enemies would have to be suffering from Scorch, then you'd have to hit them and complete the Scorch stacks for the ignition. Never count on this happening, but when it does, it's great. You're using it for the intel and the extra damage on group targets, that's why. Moving on, Beloved has the 2 excess trait. Final blows of this weapon while your super is full grant a bonus to strength and discipline for a moderate duration. It gives about plus 20 to each stat in that time frame. It's okay. For the barrel, mag, and masterwork, I want to bring up 3 key combinations. Why you would craft them this way, because this is going to pair with the perk combinations. Number 1, max handling. Handling is the speed in which your weapon can be ready to named. Fluted barrel, ricochet rounds, handling masterwork. It gets to 72 handling, 61 stability, 55 range. For this one and all rolls, you can sub in arrowhead break because that's going to get the recoil to 100, meaning your shots are going to be straight up and down. It gives handling. It's going to be good. It's going to be for your follow-up shots. Now, I'm personally opting out of arrowhead because I'm fine with the base recoil direction. The second way, the anti-flinch roll. Polygonal rifling, ricochet rounds, stability masterwork. Gets to 76 stability. Very important in the game right now with flinch resistance, and I talk more in depth about that in the Ostringer review coming out tomorrow. And this also has a perk pairing. Number 3 is rounding out the stats. A little bit of a hybrid. Small bore, handling masterwork, ricochet rounds. It gets to 62 range, 63 stability, 57 handling. And a bonus, if you're using enhanced quick draw gives plus 5 handling. So the stat splits are going to be 62, 63, 63. Nothing wrong with that. For the perks, I want to stress that there are multiple roles for Beloved. There's no real top role. The only thing that matters is what you can do with it, because each do different things. Like firmly planted, here's the deal. You get massive boosts, great boosts while you're crouched. Plus 30 handling, plus 20 stability, it helps flinch. 40% accuracy cone growth, 17% accuracy cone size. It makes the recoil direction 100 vertical. If you stationary snipe more often than not in lanes, you aren't too aggressive, firmly planted is going to be a top option for you. It is. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You know how you play. But for some of you, you're not going to find any use. All the things that you get from being crouched are really good for a sniper rifle, and it's going to help your playstyle. And it gets even better with enhanced. Compulsive reloader? Stay away. It's currently reserved for Suros weapons to abuse Suros synergy. 4 times a charm? That's your PvE perk. It's great, no distractions, a top option. After aiming down sights for a short duration, gets even faster when it's enhanced, flinch is reduced by 35%. Now snipers with 100 stability get 10% flinch resistance. So if you go that max stability roll in the high 70s, you're approaching that. You're getting a good chunk of that. You're gonna get some gains. You can also have sniper and flinching too. It's a top option in the current meta. Surplus. It's another good one because you can min-max it a certain way with the barrel of mag. You can be running around with 100 handling, 100 stability even. It's gonna be up to you. I'm actually gonna go another route, and that route mostly is gonna be snapshot. Though nerfed, still has great benefit. ADS multiplier makes it faster. Enhanced grants +5 stability. That helps with flinch. On the right side, turnabout. I think other weapons are gonna be better for it, especially primary ammo weapons. Rampage. Not so good on a sniper. Quick draw. It grants 100 handling, only pertaining to the ready and stow speed, not aimed on sights. Super good. Enhanced grants +5 handling. Incandescent, we talked about it. Enhanced makes scorch stacks last longer, so it's going to be even better for your intel. Box breathing, there was a time where this was pretty good, especially in the super phase, like when you couldn't take out Behemoth. Getting your super was also faster back in the day, so this was a really good option to have box breathing to take them out. But currently, you don't need it anymore in the Crucible, and it's bad in PvE. Moving target, another great perk. Faster strafe scaler, a passive +10 aim assist. It gets the aim assist base to 78. You put on targeting on your helmet, you're approaching 90. It's really good on the snipe. So for these combinations, if you are stationary, firmly planted and quick draw, there's a case to go firmly planted moving target. That way, if you're moving, you get more aim assist, and if you stop, you crouch, you get all those benefits. Number 2, pure handling, snapshot quick draw. Then adding in those handling options for barrel, mag, and masterwork. There's the anti-flinch, no distractions, quick draw. Since you're so heavy into stability, your handling does take a hit. So that's where quick draw is gonna help. You can sub in moving target, but quick draw makes up for where it's lacking. Because you built so heavy, quick draw is kind of negating that. Intel, snapshot, incandescent. I'm really enjoying this. It's really good. I plan to craft small bore, ricochet round, stability masterwork, snapshot, incandescent, both of them enhanced. The intel is too good. That one's at the top, and I really think that I am. But the other ones that I'm thinking about, number 2, the max handling snapshot quick draw. You can never go wrong with that. And then 3, the pure anti-flinch. So I'm kind of on the fence about this, because the one that I have right now has no other sources of anti-flinch. The only thing I have is 63 stability, and I'm doing great with it. Beloved's a sniper that is going to be used for a long, long time, because it's craftable, because it's good, because you can make it exactly how you want it. And that phrase, it gets thrown around exactly how you want it. It needs to be to you. I'm giving suggestions, talking about different ways that it can work well, but you know your playstyle, you know how you play. There are certain things that will be better for you, not me, for you. As far as PvE goes, there's some really good energy sniper rifles. So what kind of sets this one apart? If I were to craft a PvE one, it would be 4 times a charm incandescent, because there will be a way, hitting ads, spreading scorch, to where you can get ignitions going. But then again, Callus Mini Tool, Drang, there's some solar weapons that have incandescent that you can just do that on ads anyway. I don't really view this as a PvE sniper, but I am working on a couple things with DPS incandescent, and I'm kind of close. If anything comes from it, I will be making a video. It's either going to be really strong or not so much. I'll let you know. But I'm going to spend this little last part of the video talking about incandescent a little bit more, because I'm really surprised on how much I did enjoy it. And I enjoy it for something I didn't even really think about. It's the intel. It's really good. Like once you start playing with it and seeing it, there are going to be some times where you're radiant, or maybe your enemy took some damage along with your scorch, that you can body shot final blow with the potential for an ignition after that. For a lot of the player base though, I think a lot are going to be going snapshot quick draw, because this thing is so juiced as far as its internal stats, its hidden stats, its base stats are good, that you're just creating the fastest sniper possible. Nothing wrong with that. And that's why it's really cool to discuss these roles. There might be a couple that I didn't even bring up that you're going to be all over. Always kind of cater to what you want to do and your play style. And fortunately, Beloved's capable of doing pretty much anything. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Beloved down below. I can tell you confidently that it's going to be my main sniper. I love the model in D1, I love the zoom level, I love the feel of the weapon, and now I'm adding this new element with Incandescent to my sniping in my game. I love it. Let's talk about it down below. It's a little bit of a pain to craft. 5 red borders. I only have 2, and I've been grinding these weapons a lot. You just got to get lucky. But Beloved is worth the grind. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.